Alright, so his supers. He's got heat drive, chain drive, and hyper chain drive for his Neo Max. So heat drive is double quarter circle forward punches. He does not have an EX version, and it travels pretty much full screen. Hold on, let me check something. Yeah, it travels full screen. And another thing you should know about it is that you can hold the button and he'll just sort of like stand still until you release it, or after like a certain amount of time he'll just do it on his own. So for heat, there's really no purpose to use it raw. I don't think it has invincibility. Yeah, it does not have invincibility, so don't even bother using it as a wake-up option. You can use it full screen to get a punish off of certain things, like maybe Ralph's dive bomb attack. But usually there's no reason to use it. If you're an advanced K player, you can actually follow it up with a minute spike. But it has to be the aerial version, so you have to Tiger Knee that minute spike. So it's very difficult to do. But usually, you have this. It looks cooler, it has juggle potential, and it does more damage. So the regular version, does not have startup invincibility, but the EX version does, although that one missed because K was crouching. But you can use it as a reversal option, but just know it's gonna go over people who are, crouching. Alright, so another thing you could do with his chain drive is to catch people who are throwing projectiles. Like so. The shades by itself is going to cancel out the projectile, and then once the shades hit, K does, his full round boost super. Alright, but on block it's very punishable. Actually, let me do it on the computer. So on block, he puts on his shades again. So it's pretty punishable. It just depends on how far away to do it. Although you should know that it's not a great. You can use it against projectile users, but because of the slow startup, it's not the best anti-projectile option. So you don't want to do it too often. So let me try to punish him for full screen. Oops. So as you can see, it's not gonna always work. Even the EX version, it's not gonna work. So you gotta have really good reactions to use it as an anti-projectile, is what I mean. Heat drive is also punishable, actually. Oops, I forgot to display that. Oh god. Alright, there we go. So heat drive is also punishable. Your opponents probably need good reactions to do it. And it also depends where you are. As long as your opponents have K knowledge, they'll be able to punish both supers. So remember, they're only meant to be used in a combo. I would use heat drive for mid-screen combos and the chain drive for corner combos. Another thing to know about chain drive is that chain drive has anywhere juggle properties. So if you get you get a knockdown of any kind, you could combo into it. But just know that outside of a corner, it's a lot more, it's a bit more difficult to get landed. So you only want to do in a combo. Don't do this too much. It's not gonna really work, and it's not optimal. And now his Neomax. So his Neomax has startup invincibility, and it's just a huge pillar of flame. And it does a lot of damage for a Neomax. That's 480. Most Neomaxes do about 450 or less, whereas K is almost 500. But just like with any, reversal, whatever, like, it's gonna be unsafe. So, oops. So yeah, it's very punishable. So yeah, it's punishable, and let's see. You can sort of use it as an anti-air. You can use it as an anti-air. It starts up pretty fast. Yeah, it starts up pretty fast. But again, you don't want to use Neomaxes outside of a combo, usually. Alright, so let's start with his BNBs and combos. So what can you do from the mid-screen? Or actually, what can you combo from? So you can combo from shorts. If you get shorts off of mid-screen, you can follow it with the A version of Ein Trigger, and then do the projectile follow-up. You can do the grounded version too, but usually you want that knockdown. And if you get 3 shorts, you could do that. You could use the A version to knock them down and send a fireball so that they have to get up, that they have to block when they get up. From mid-screen, you can get this. You can get standing C into Ein Trigger, into the launcher follow-up, and then ADP. That's usually what you want to do. He can't really do much outside of a corner unless he has bar. So he can use Ein Trigger, for example. If you do get the EX Ein Trigger launcher, you have to run up a bit and do minute spike. Like that. And then you can combo it into his CDP. It's easy to whiff it though, so careful. Oops. There we go. The timing is very specific. You just need to practice it and you should be able to get it down. However, if you don't want to time anything, you could just do the follow-up and you could just do ATP and you could still almost get the same result minus the hard knockdown. So that's what you can get from mid-screen. Alternatively, you could do this. Oh, whoops. Not grab, but you could do an EX minute spike into that. But it's not very reliable, as you can see. So you're better off using EX Ein Trigger. Same thing with if you get it from shorts. Yeah, that's what you get from mid-screen so far. So the no bar version is this. Oops. And with 1 bar, you just use EX Ein Trigger. Alright, so let's see. So corner combo. So let's start with that.